Is this seat reserved? Can I sit here? I don't know. Well, they don't say reserved, so I'm gonna help myself. Oh, okay. Probably where they were cleaning stuff. I was like, surely that nobody lives there. It's too isolated. Yeah. Yes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will be having fun today. That's a guarantee. But along with fun, there's got to be safety. Because your safety is always our #1 priority. So when I say safety, you are all blessed because you're all in the capable hands of one of the most experienced driver in the country of Belize.
Yay.
Sitting behind the wheel, we have this guy who has over 85 years experience.
85, huh?
Yeah, let's all say hi to Wilbur.
Wilbur.
Do you want him to stand up and say hello to you right now?
Not right now. Not right now.
You guys are chicken. Anyways, yours truly, my name is Therese.
Hi, Therese.
Hello, my nice people. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be your tour guide from start to finish.
Okay.
Giving you information about this beautiful country of ours. If you have any questions at any given time, feel free to ask your question. There is no such thing as a stupid question. Do you believe that?
Yep.
All right, back to safety. While the bus is in motion, please remain seated. When getting up out of your seat, if you're taller than your tour guide, be careful because the carriers will not move out of your way. And just in case you bump your head, what should you all say?
Oops.
An ouch will work.
Okay.
Because today I don't want to learn any new words.
Okay.
Restroom to the back of the bus, preferably for #1 purpose.
Okay. Gotcha.
2, 3, 4 can be done when we get at the Mayan site. If you're wondering what is 3, it's only a combination of 1 and 2.
I gotcha.
All right, so my friends, passing by this beautiful Belize sign coming up over here on your right, we won't be passing by this area again. So we'll try to pass by this area very slowly,
Out the street.
as slow as we can. Ay, ay, ay.
People don't be moving out the street.
I know. Try to get a picture as best as you can. Yeah. I know they're in your way, but that's the best you can get right
That's
now.
okay.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Everybody got their picture? Let me know when you're finished.
Yep.
Famous island carries the name San Pedro. Have you all heard about San Pedro before?
Yes.
No? Yes?
Yes, I have.
I think you've heard of a singer called Madonna. She made a wonderful song from that beautiful island. And the song goes something like this. Last night I dreamt of San Pedro.
Okay.
That's
I know
all
that
I
song.
know. But you get the idea of the song, which is like Isla Bonita. I know you realize why I do tour guiding and not singing. I was never blessed with a beautiful voice. So whatever I do here in Belize, I never say karaoke. I would say like trioke because I keep on trying. Alright, so as we move along, ladies and gentlemen, I will be pointing out different important landmarks that is of interest within the country of Belize. Alright, so coming off on your left hand side, you'll see a sign as we pass this open lot. The sign says Fort George Memorial Park. That park takes us all the way back to our history because it was built in honor of the heroes who fought in World War I and World War II. Also because of a battle. The battle took place back in the year 1798 and it was fought between the British and the Spaniards. They were fighting for sovereignty. Who do you believe won, the British or the Spaniards?
The Spaniards.
How many of you say the Spaniards? Can I see your hands? How many of you say the British? Can I see your hands?
No, let me say British.
How many of you just don't care at all? Can I see your hands? Okay, guys, this is a checkpoint. I have to go and sign us up here, okay? This is where you have the Belize Tourism Board checkpoint.
Okay.
Good morning, everybody. So we always say we only talk English when we're paid to do so. Because if I would turn to the driver and ask him a question, it definitely ain't gonna be in English.
Okay.
We communicate locally in a dialect called Creole. Alright? So I'll stick a pin there for now. Look to the left, guys. You see this huge green building coming up? That building is the central bank. But if you look at the shape and the design of it, it's built in replica of a Mayan temple.
Oh, yeah.
Look at the edges and stuff. Now keep this picture of this building in your mind. Remember, this is the central bank. So this picture of this building in your mind will help you when we get to Altonha. Because when we get to explore the tallest temple at Altonha, you'll see the similarities. It's built in replica of the tallest temple at Altonha. Alright? And that one, you get the chance to climb if you choose to do so. Climbing is not mandatory.
Okay.
You know your capacity, because remember, whatever goes up must come down. Alright? Now, ladies and gentlemen, I mentioned that we communicate locally in Creole. Have you guys heard Creole before?
French Creole, not Spanish.
Maybe from where? In Louisiana, maybe
yeah.
New Orleans, maybe, yeah. But the one that you've heard in Louisiana, that is different from ours.
Yeah.
Because their one is more like a French-based Creole. The one that we talk, some people say it's broken English. Other people say it's a plain, lazy man language with a whole lot of attitude. Alright? Do you want to hear our Creole?
Yes.
Okay, for now, I will just ask you one question. For now. The way part of the way. The way part of the way.
You don't say.
You don't say. You don't say. The way part of the way. All I'm asking you, where are you all going?
Okay.
Don't worry, guys. Before this bus ride is over, I will give you a crash course. I will try to teach. You're smart. I will try to teach you Creole. Why? You and I are stuck together for the entire duration of this tour, which is 4 hours from start to finish. So you're stuck with me, like it or not. But I can say I'm stuck with you too, right?
Yeah.
Now, at some point during your tour today, you will hear your tour guide talking Creole to somebody. So I'll try to teach you, so that when you hear us talking to each other, you don't think we're talking about you. Because trust me, I won't talk about you today.
Tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow. Alright guys, so ladies and gentlemen, moving along within this area, you'll be seeing birds flying in different areas. If you're lucky, sometimes you might get to see like maybe dolphins feeding, because we do have the bottlenose dolphins sometimes when you're lucky. When it comes to birds, in Belize we have over 550 different types of bird. The smallest bird is the hummingbird. The tallest bird normally grow at least 5 feet in height, having a wingspan of 8 feet, and that's the Jabba rooster. We do not have a state bird, but we have a national bird. The national bird of Belize is the bird on the Fruit Loops cornflakes box.
Toucan.
Toucan. But the birds that are commonly found within this area would be like the seagulls, the brown pelican, the cormorant, and the frigate bird. I took my time in saying that word frigate bird because today, we say differently in Belize. But over to the right, that is the largest hotel on the mainland, which is the Ramada Hotel. It has 2 remaining movie cinemas and a wonderful Las Vegas style casino. How many of you love the casino? Does the casino love you? So in Belize we change names. We say that is the Princess Hotel and Contribution Center.
Yeah, that's right.
Look to the left, that tall building to the far left. If you're looking for skyscrapers, that's it. That is the tallest building that we have on the mainland, which is the Renaissance Towers. It has condos, condominiums.
You can rent them? You can rent those?
Yes, ma'am.
Is Belize City?
Yeah, this is Belize City. This is Belize City. Alright, so we got to travel through a portion of the city, and then we head out to the highway to go to the Mayan site.
Where's Amberless Key?
Ambergris Key, you got to get on a boat, and you travel like
That's that
far.
little island?
That little island now is farther out, like about 45 minutes boat ride, and you'll be at Ambergris Key. Alright? Now, I want you guys to take a look over to your right to see a little aircraft, a replica of an aircraft.
The little horses.
Yeah. You see that little aircraft right there in the park?
Yeah.
You see it says Spirit of St. Louis, right?
Yeah.
Now, the reason why that aircraft is there, the replica, is because this area of the city made history. Back in the year 1927, Mr. Charles Lindbergh, he landed to serve different purposes, but the main reason for the bars is because of hurricane. Ladies and gentlemen, geographically, Belize is located on the east coast of Central America, which automatically puts us in the hurricane belt. So we're prone to hurricane. Now with bars on your building, let's say a hurricane is approaching the country. What you can do very quickly and easily, slip or slide a piece of plywood in between the bars and the windows, you bolt them down and you go for safety. Secondly, once you go to insure your home and have bars on it, it automatically lowers your insurance premium.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Good to know.
So you're seeing these nice homes. That's because the city of Belize is divided into two. We have the north side and we have the south side. We are on the north side. And on this side is where you'll find the more affluent people residing. Like pilots, doctors, lawyers, politicians. Now that's what we call them here. But on the south side is where you'll find the more lower and middle income people residing.
Okay.
Flowers. My friends, if you're a lover of flora and fauna, your eyes will be blessed today. Because Belize is a blooming country. We have well over 700 different types of flowering plants. But we have one that stands out and represents the entire country, which is the national flower of Belize. Do you guys know what it is?
Oh.
Hibiscus? No.
Hibiscus.
The national flower of Belize is the black orchid.
Black orchid.
Yeah,
Okay.
it blooms all year round. Have you all ever seen a black orchid flower before? No? Do you want to see one today?
Yes.
Well, if you're on this bus and if you've never ever seen a black orchid flower, I want all of you to feel honored. Because from the time you got on this bus, you have been in the company of one of Belize's black orchid. Hello, guys.
Hey,
I'm joking.
hey.
I'm joking. I have a picture of it, guys. I like to mess around.
I knew that was coming.
All right, guys. But before I show you the picture, because I have other pictures of interest I need to explain, let me continue with the city tour as we head out, okay? Over on your right-hand side, we have a sporting complex that have been renamed as Marion Jones Sporting Complex.
Oh, okay.
Marion Jones Sporting Complex. I think some of you might be familiar with her. The Olympic sprinter back in the US, Marion Jones.
Yep.
Now, if you're wondering what affiliation does she have with us here, she is not Belizean by birth, but her mother is a Belizean.
Really?
So we claim her too, like it or not.
Okay.
When she won a race, that was back in Sydney Olympic. After she won that race, she then did a victory lap. When she did the victory lap, she held up 2 flags. One of that flag was the Belize flag. She made us very, very proud and much more recognized. So when she came here, because she was invited and she also wanted to know where her mom was from, so she came, and that's when we asked her to be the sporting ambassador. She accepted. We gave her the key. So she's now the sporting ambassador for the entire country of Belize.
Nice.
Behind the blue and white fence to the right is where we have the one and only all boys high school in Belize. So we had that St. John's College, founded in the year 1887, and it is administered by the Jesuit priests.
Okay.
So my friends, this area of the city we refer to as Education Row, or we say Education Drive, because some of our schools are right next to each other.
Okay.
Because right next to the All Boys High School, we have one of our university coming up, University of the West Indies, whereby if our students want to become an attorney at law, that is where they got to go for the first 2 years, and then their credits are transferable anywhere in the Caribbean that practice the same law as we do. Next to the university, we have a high school coming up, but this one is for girls and boys, and this one is administered by the government. Edward Percival York High School. Looking keenly on the compound, you can see that the students, they're wearing uniform, which is mandatory. This one is also a high school that's for girls and boys, but it's a little bit different. Nazarene High School, and the church is right next to it, which is a very common practice. Ladies and gentlemen, most of our schools are administered by the church state-based system. When that happens, the church will be next to the school. Why? Belize is a Christian country. So the students, they must go to church at least one time for the week. We have many different denominations here, but the dominant religion is
Catholic.
Roman Catholic. That's the dominant religion. Alright? Do you have any questions so far? Am I boring you?
Nope.
Please do not make my job easy, because when you don't ask tour guides questions, you allow us to stand here and preach a sermon. And that's what we do well. Anybody on this bus celebrating a birthday today? Nobody? Just checking. Alright, so how many of you have been to Belize before?
My first time.
1, 2, 3. Alright. Welcome back. Welcome back. For my friends that did not raise their hands, what took you so long?
I don't know.
I guess you were trying to get here. You're here. We appreciate each and every one of you on this bus. Thank you for choosing Belize as a destination stop. Before we got the name Belize, we were known by a different name. Does anyone know what that name was?
Honduras.
What's that?
Honduras.
Yeah. Perfectly right. British Honduras.
Okay.
So if you've ever heard that name before, you're in a country that carried that name for a period of time.
Okay.
We officially changed our name from British Honduras to Belize in the year 1973. That's when the name was changed.
Okay.
Yeah, they have, they have island called Honduras. That's different from ours. Yes. We were called British Honduras. So in 1973, when we changed the name, we did something wonderful, but we made one little mistake. We did not inform the rest of the world right away.
Okay.
So we were like wiped off the map. When people were asking where's Belize, nobody knew where Belize was. That was when a t-shirt artist, he quickly took advantage of that situation, and he started making some brand new t-shirts. Those t-shirts were selling like wildfire because in front of the t-shirt it had a map of Belize. To the top of the map, the question asks, where in the world is Belize? And the answer in the back says, who in the world cares? Well, I know all of you on board this bus, you do care because you are here. Am I right?
Yes.
So if you allow me at this moment, I would like to stand here and say a special thanks from the bottom of our hearts, because by you coming to our country, you're gradually putting us back on the map, slowly but surely so.
Yay.
Thank you for choosing the country.
Yay! Yay! We love Belize.
What's that? Oh, most people think it's part of Mexico, and some people think it's part of Guatemala. But
Yeah.
seriously, but Belize is a country on it by itself, on its
Right.
own. Alright? Now, over 200 offshore islands. Over 200 I have San Pedro, and we also have Kikaka. Kikaka is a very famous one also.
Yeah.
Alright? Yes. Now, ladies and gentlemen, in a few, we will be passing on the rum factory. How many of you on this bus drink rum?
Oh yeah.
Alright, okay. I do too.
Is that Ashley Furniture? Ashley Furniture?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, right where this bus is parked to the left, not this one, the other one, this one right here, this is where we have the rum factory. Travelers Liquors, rum, 1 barrel. Yeah, that's where we have the rum factory. Now we make lots of rum, guys. 10 barrel, but the 1 barrel is the boss. Now, it has won over 5 gold medals for the best spirit within the entire Caribbean. Alright, yes. Well, Belize is our form of Home Depot. That is our version of Home Depot. Construction start to the finish, and to the right, we have Brody's. Brody's is our form of Walmart.
Oh, okay.
Brody's is a store that have been serving the country for over 100 years. Alright? No, it's our version of Walmart. We don't have version of Walmart. We don't really have those like Walmart and Home Depot.
you have an international airport?
Question up to the front, guys. Do we have an international airport? Yes, we do. We will be passing by the junction. All right. The name of the airport is Philip Wilson International Airport. Daily carriers are American Airlines, Delta, United, US Air, Southwest, Avianca, Copa, Alaska, JetBlue, and the list goes on. All right. So during the week we have like 2 flights from each one per day, and on weekends we have like about 5 flights from each one. So, you know, I mean, don't be strangers to us. All right.
I'll be back.
So you can look at it and pass the poster to the back. We also make a very good coconut rum. Coconut rum. We make coconut rum, guys. And when it comes to like wine, how many of you drink wine?
Yep.
All right, you are in the right country. Because in Belize, we make wine from anything that ferments.
Okay.
Yes, I know we have a problem. But the most famous wine that is made here is made from a fruit that some of you are only familiar with the nut. If I should ask you what is a cashew, what would you tell me? Cashew.
Cashew nut. Yeah.
Cashew. Cashew. Let me show you what a cashew is. This is a cashew hanging from the tree. Cashew is actually a fruit. Alright? The seed is outside. I think, well, in the world, this is the second fruit that carries the seed outside, because strawberries have theirs outside and this has it outside. Now, the nut that you guys get in the planter's can is inside the seed. In order for us to get to the nut, we have to roast the seed until it becomes like a charcoal. And then we break it open and we get the nut.
That's a lot of work.
No, it's a lot of work. And it's very, very dangerous. Let me explain to you why. When you're processing these nuts, it has to be done outdoors. It will be roasted in a big metal container with some holes at the bottom over an open fire outdoors. Now imagine you're roasting, let's say maybe a bucket full of these little nuts. Whenever these nuts, well, the seed, whenever they're roasting, they let off some very toxic gas, almost worse than tear gas.
Wow.
So I mean, like, you know, families and your people that processes nuts for a living, sometimes they end up being blind eventually after years and years. And that is the reason why cashew nuts are expensive even here in Belize, because it's a long and dangerous process. All right. Now from the fruit, when the fruit is ripe, it would be red like this or yellow, so the green one is not ready. We make wine, jams, and jelly from the fruit. But the wine that is made from the fruit, some people refer to the wine as the poor man's whiskey, because you get too high for the price of one. Let me explain how it works. If you drink enough wine, you will get high. You go to sleep, you sleep very good. When you wake up in the morning, you won't have no hangovers. The secret is when you wake up in the morning, if the sun is out and hot, and you start moving around in the sun during your daily chores, when that sun shines down on you, that's when you end up being drunk again for free. Because the wine lasts in the system for almost 48 hours. So one bottle is good for 2 days. Yes.
Okay.
Alright? Any other question before I continue with something else? Alright, so we're still within city limits, guys, alright?
So we have arrived at our destination. It was a long ride. Our tour guide, Therese, there she is back there. She was wonderful. She gave us a lot of history, just any questions that we needed answered. She was able to answer our questions. She was great. I have a lot of footage of her, so I'm gonna edit through that, but just coming here was amazing. Like, this is a place I could actually move to. I really like it. It feels really good. Everybody's really welcoming. I love the culture and the way the people interact with each other. Really nice. Just really, really nice. So we finally made it, and it's beautiful. It's not too hot. It's perfect. It's just It was great. The road was like dirt, but it was totally fine. It was great. It was great. So I'll come back once we start the actual tour and see what happens. We'll get footage from there too. Get the roots.
So what I'll be doing is give you about 10 minutes information on the site, and you guys will be able to climb them, take some pictures, have some fun. All right? So welcome to Alton Hall. Alton Hall is a very small site, comprises of 2 plazas. Let me just wait for the others. Plaza A, this area, Plaza B over the other side, and that's it. Very small site. Now, Alton Hall dates back from 200 BC. That's 200 years before Christ. So the structure you're seeing today are over 2,000 years old, all handmade by the Mayas. Alton Hall, though, is not the original name for this site. The reason for that is, normally when these sites are discovered, they will find these slab of stone at the entrance called stelas. It had a name of the site and important dates from the Maya. None of this was found here, so the original name they did not know. How it got its name. In 1961, Belize had a major hurricane, and the road you guys came through was badly damaged. So the villagers came this side, saw these huge mounds covered with rocks. They decided to take the rocks out to rebuild the road. While doing that, they found a piece of jade pendant. Now here in Belize, we don't have jade. Jade comes from Guatemala. Jade is also a precious stone for the Mayas. For us, it's diamond, pearl, and all the good stuff. For the Mayas, it was jade. So when they saw jade, they said, you know what, it could probably relate to the Mayas. That's when they sent for Dr. David Prendergast from Canada to come out this side and do excavation. He started finding more jade stuff, clay pottery, and human remains. And he said, yes, this was actually a Maya city. He named the name Alton Hall because he translated the nearby village into Maya. Rockstone Pond is a nearby village. He translated that in Maya, Alton Ha. Rock means al, stone means tun, and ha means pond or water. So just a little humor, whenever you're texting your friend, we like to say ha ha ha. In Maya, you're actually saying water, water, water. So we learn a little Maya today. So there we go. Now Alton Ha, if we will go straight across, it's only 6 miles away from the Caribbean Sea. So the Mayas were mainly doing here trading and ceremony, mainly trading. The first question people normally ask, were there any human sacrifices here in Alton Hall? No human sacrifice. So don't worry guys, you're all safe today. All right? The reason for that is normally they had this ball game called the puck to tuck. At the end of this game, can you guess who gets sacrificed? The winner, the loser, or the referee? What would you say?
The referee.
You said the referee?
Yeah.
The winner. The winner got sacrificed. You wouldn't want to give the gods the worst, the losers. Hence the reason why they got sacrificed. I don't know about you all, but I'll be losing every single game. Right? The winner got sacrificed. So don't worry, no ball court was found here, so no human sacrifices. Here we have a pyramid of the Mayas they used to live. The high priest, the king, they live in this area. Only the elite family was allowed here. Next we have the royal family, the nobles, the artisan, and lastly the commoners, the slave, they live further out. All right. In Alton Hall alone, they found over 800 pieces of jade. Structure A1, the Temple of the Green Tomb. In this structure alone, they found over 300 pieces of jade. Inside that structure, they also found a stingray barb. Okay, so what the Mayas they were doing was a lot of piercing. The female, what's her name, Ma?
Okay.
Donna. Okay, Donna, you'll be piercing the earlobe, the tongue, and the nipple of your breast. You hear from the God, you speak to the God, and you nurture life. Your name, sir?
Danny.
Danny, you won't get away. You'll be piercing the earlobe, the tongue, and the genital area.
Oh.
So the stingray barb will be passed back and forth. They collected the blood on a white piece of cloth
Oh,
inside
wow.
a clay pottery, and they would burn it with a cup of incense as an offering to the gods. They also found a Mayan codex book inside that one. Sadly, because of time, it's made from limestone, they couldn't retrieve any information from it. Next to it, we would say maybe bleachers in a football field. At the time, the guys would probably sit there as they viewed the activities that was happening this side, all the trading and ceremonies. This would have been like downtown Alton Hall, Walmart, Ross, they would be all there. Next to it, structure A3. No burial was found inside that one. What they found was a slab of stone. The Mayan had his hand crossed, feet crossed, and a guy kneeling before him. That structure represented the Mayan rain god Chak. The farmer, they did the farming. They needed rain to nourish his crops, so they would pray to the rain gods who can send rain. If the god were mad at the people, he would send a hurricane instead of a rain. Alright? So that structure represented the Mayan rain god Chak. The Mayas, they had so many gods. The rain god, the corn god, the medicine god. Oh my god, they had so many gods. Next to it, that is the area you're seeing right there. What they found inside that one was a manos and matate. So grinding so heavy, but a lot of people still use it these days. Okay? They grind their food, the corn and everything. They also grind the cacao bean. How many of you guys know that the Maya were the first people to introduce chocolate to the world? So Hershey's, they didn't have anything on the Mayas. They were the first. Alright? They also use the cacao bean as a form of their currencies as well. Behind you right here, structure A5, they found the burial of a girl. She was pretty young. How did they know that? Her pelvic bone was not fully developed. Sadly though, she was buried head down. Now that's pretty strange for the Mayas. You'll be buried normally on your back. They believe she did something really bad in her teenage. That's the reason why she was buried that way. She's also said to believe she's the daughter of the high priest that was buried over this side. Remember, all I'm saying today is just BS, basic speculation. We don't know, archaeologists don't really know, so we just speculated. Now, inside her burial as well, they found hummingbird drawing, which symbolizes fertility. So this structure represented the Mayan medicine god Ixchel. So we have the rain god Chak, the medicine god Ixchel. The plants are seen on top right there, the tree, that's the allspice tree. Now, how many of the ladies, you guys use allspice at home?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I do as well. Here in Belize, we use a lot of spices. Now, let's say we're a family right here. Whenever someone died in the family, you'll be buried inside the home. So they will dug a hole, put you there, and they continue living there. They believe in living amongst the dead. So they will take your allspice leaf, since they have a strong aroma, rub it on the body, trying to embalm the body, keeping the stench away. Another use for the allspice. Remember I told you they did the piercing? They didn't have painkiller, anesthesia, and all the good stuff we have these days to help with the pain. So they will rub it on the area there for the pierce. It helps to numb in the area. If you would take one of the leaves, put it in the tongue, it's numbing the tongue. All right? Next to it, this one right here, structure A6. It's not fully excavated. On top of this one, they found 13 doorways. The Mayas, they believe in 13 layers of heaven and 9 layers of hell. They believe that whenever you die, you need to defeat those evil gods trying to work our way back to the 13 layers of heaven. They also found the burial inside that one. Sadly though, the body was badly burnt. They believe it was because of a peasant revolt. Alright? If you notice from the bottom there, they started excavating. When they got in the center, it started crumbling. They said, you know what, we don't want to destroy it, let's just leave it alone. If you guys would have came here in 1961, when the villagers first came here, this entire area was covered with lush forests. This is what it looks like fully excavated versus non-excavated. Okay? Underneath here, 6 feet under is base limestone.
This right?
Limestone. So, base limestone. Now, can you imagine the high priest being on top? Thousands of people down here. At the time, there were about 8,000 to 10,000 people living in Alton Hall. Thousands of people down here. The Maya were very smart people. They built in a fashion of north, south, east, and west. Along with the limestone, it helps to project their voices. I'm going to go in the center there, clap my hands, and you're going to hear the loud echo. With that said, that's 10 minutes talking. Is there any question? We're good? All right. Now you'll be able to climb. Do we want to climb this one? Bear in mind though, or this one. Bear in mind, behind this one, we do have a big guy that's waiting for us. He's 54 feet high. So I normally suggest we do the small one and the big one. You guys agree? Yeah. You can do that? All right. So you're gonna hear the echo. And like I mentioned, when they were here, it was all limestone. So it will sound even louder than that. All right? So for those that are climbing, you can go on up. Please take your time. The others that are not climbing, don't worry, it's not mandatory. We'll be on the bottom. I can take picture if you need. We regroup when we're finished and we go over to the other side. All right?
Okay, so I'm climbing my first ruin. I'm at site A3. Okay, so that's my site A3, and I'm gonna climb this one. So got my camera on, but I'm being careful. Oh my, it's not easy. Woo. Okay, right there. From there, halfway there. Okay, so I'm gonna go up that high. Okay. Okay. These are a little bit steeper as I go up higher. Okay. I'm on the next level. So I was there. So this is how high up I am. Okay, I made it. Made it. So I came down from that level, came up from down there. Very cool. Very, very cool. My first ruin. Ow. My first. I'm here at the top of the ruin. This one is A3, and I don't know how to describe it, but I feel a lot of peace here. I feel like they were peaceful people. I don't feel any type of turmoil. You know what I mean? This is just beautiful and I feel very privileged to be able to come and visit this where ancient people lived. And it's just absolutely beautiful. And again, the peacefulness I feel here, you know, I don't know that I can feel spirits, but I don't know, I just feel a lot of peace here. You know, I like the way our tour guide described everything that they were doing, you know, as far as growing food and water and their agriculture and all of that. I feel like they work together as a community. Of course, you know, every community has unrest at some point, but I don't know, I just feel a lot of a lot of unity, a lot of community here. You know, it doesn't feel like a tomb of death or anything like that, you know? This is really cool. This is really, really cool. Belize, again, it's checking another box. As far as culture is concerned, I'm liking it here a lot. Really, really liking Belize. So I'm gonna head back down because I think my group is waiting for me. Yeah. Okay. See you soon.